Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, hippies. Paz and el barrio. Hope you're looking forward to a good week. Gonna start it out talking about a pain in the ass. How's that for a appropriate intro to your weekly doings? The thing about pain, hippies, as you probably know, is that it's probably about the only thing you've got that's all yours. Nobody else can tell you what hurts, how badly, or what helps and how much. It's like the old surfer's adage. You're the only one who's in that barrel. If the complaints by many of my compeers, the older hippies, are any indication, I believe that there is an undisclosed and disabling epidemic of pain among the middle-aged people of our generation, of our culture. Dozens of my correspondents have mentioned the trials of enduring and trying to keep at bay the pain of sciatica. Call it a pain in the ass region, and I agree, it's a bitch. I suffer sciatica in my right leg, hip, and back. An attack typically starts with the sensation that someone's twisting a dull, rough-edged poker deep inside my right buttock. This pain persists through the entire episode, but is augmented and intensified by other, call them, I suppose, attendant discomforts. There's numbness, and the simultaneous tingling that advances from my hip through my knee down to my ankle, where it seems to cut off sensation with my foot, such that if I'm walking, it seems I'm merely shoving a peg out in front and hoping it lands. These sensations persist until I can sit down for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. If I'm lucky, I'm good for another half, 3/4 of an hour before I must sit down again. Because of the location of the spot in which the discomfort always, and I mean always, originates, which is just about the center of my right haunch, I have always attributed it to the fact that for mostly 40 years, I guess, it was on that hip haunch, just in exactly about that same spot where I carried my wallet, which, in the way of those things, grew thick. Not with cash, of course, but with all those goddamn plastic cards and ID. Some bitch was as thick as a block of 2x4 by the time I was done sometimes. And it was as hard and unyielding. There I sat on this thing casually without much thought, and I guess the damage got done. So now I'm on a kind of private crusade to persuade men to stop carrying their wallets in their hip pockets at the expense of the pain they will eventually endure, because sciatica hurts like a son of a bitch, and it doesn't go away easily, if it goes away at all. My quest I call Karma Repair. There's some information on the page. There's a link to check out. I've also linked to a video which demonstrates a way to stretch one of the muscles, the extreme tightness of which often is implicated in sciatic pain. That muscle is called the piriformis. I gather there's a surgical procedure too, but I haven't looked into that much. So I'm hobbling down to the beach now, hippies, and I hope to see you before long. Bring along your acupuncture needles.